Welcome back to the Care Plan. My name is Jacqueline Boyd, and I'm the founder. Here at the Care Plan, we provide assessments, care navigation, and long-term planning services to manage aging challenges. We've seen the many ways in which family systems struggle with an aging loved one. When your loved one digs their heels in, the result is often frustration and anxiety for everyone. For example, we recently had a client whose mother is very independent. She doesn't want to be told what to do. And our client was always saying things like, "Mom, you need this. If you don't do this, you could get hurt." While her comments were really well intentioned, this type of communication will alienate your loved one and can lead to resentment. So we thought we'd put together some general tips for communication so that you can be a bit more effective when talking with your loved one. The first step is to remember to be respectful. Remember that if they sense your frustration or anger, they will not talk with you and they will shut down. They will rise to the occasion if you are stressed out when you're trying to communicate. Another tip is to minimize the asks. For example, you may be staying awake at night because you have a list of 5 different things that you think your parent should be doing. They should be looking into assisted living. They should not be driving anymore. They should have you help with the bill pay. They should get a new pharmacy. I'm sure you have at the back of your mind a number of concerns. Whether it's your parent or your spouse or another loved one who's ill, you can't do that all at once. They can't process it. So focus on 1 or 2 tasks at a time. Maybe in January, the task is we've got to get Dad to stop driving. And you and your siblings and everybody involved is on the same page. That's just an example, but just being aware that you can't ask too much at one time. The third is to maintain your cool. If you feel yourself getting heated during the course of a conversation, believe us, it is coming across. So make sure that if you feel yourself starting to get stressed or get short with your parents or with your loved one, that you take a few minutes and come back to the conversation when you can be more reasonable and in control. Another strategy is to stay away from debilitating language. Remember the woman in the story I first told who was saying, "Mom, you need this, you need help, you can't do it on your own." That kind of language takes away people's independence and their autonomy. It's really important to use language that's positive and that helps them maintain control. For example, when I'm working with an elderly person who wants to stay at home but won't hire help, even if they need caregivers, I'll approach the conversation in this way. I'll say something like, "Okay, Mr. Smith, I hear you. You want to stay at home. Of course. I would too. How do you think you can do that in the safest way? What do you think would make a difference? You know it just takes one fall or an unexpected illness to put somebody in the hospital, and you're saying you don't want to go there. I think it's a great idea. We can do safety equipment, but you might want to also consider hiring some additional support, having a caregiver who can provide support so that you can stay home as long as possible. Have you had friends or other family that have done that? How did it work out for them? What worked, what didn't work?" In this way, by approaching it as a we and we are problem solving to achieve your goals, it helps the person feel like they're in control and that they're in the driver's seat. Make sure to reframe those conversations rather than saying, "Mom, I'm tired of this. You just need to hire some help." Likewise, you can utilize your needs to reframe some conversations. If your parent is resistant to the idea of moving, for example, let's say you live in California and they live in Ohio, and you're spending a lot of money flying back and forth, they're in and out of the hospital and it's just not working. How do you think they would respond if you said, "Mom, you can't live here anymore, you've got to come to California with me"? If somebody said that to me, I wouldn't be too happy. So maybe think about how your parent would best receive that information and be most likely to say yes. An example would be to say, "Mom, I care about you. We only have so many years left, and it would mean a lot to me if we were in the same place. I'd like to see you more, and I really want to maximize the time we have. That's a different kind of message than you need to, you can't, you shouldn't. So making sure that you're framing the conversation in a way that they're more likely to say yes to will feel better for both you and your loved one. You may have other communication strategies that are working well for you. We would love to hear from you. Don't hesitate to email us or leave your suggestions in the comment section below. As always, thank you so much for watching. We hope you subscribe, and we will see you soon. Take good care.